All right, let's get real. And by real, I mean, let's talk the truth. Let's just pretty much speak about the truth, right? Um, what do you mean by that? Well, I don't think I'm ready yet to completely come out of the closet on my spiritual sense of it, but I've already experienced a lot in my life, and I'm not here at all as saying it's a guru or this is the truth or whatever it is. Um, what I want to say is find the truth for you. Like, whenever you hear about something, just find it for yourself. You need to see if something resonates to yourself. Okay, I'll give you a bit of context. I'm right now in Ubud, which is this incredible magical place, but at the same time, so much energy, so many things, and so many people come here for healing, like spirituality. And of course, it can get crazy. It can get a lot of woo woo. And even the term woo woo, which I kind of joke about it, I am woo woo myself, but it can get really woo woo. And this is probably my own judgment because part of it that I still can't understand or see. But I think it's also really important for us to really understand something within us and not through like rational thoughts. I was having this discussion with a friend actually yesterday about how he was just like completely like being ironic. Actually, today as well in a cafe, I was hearing the it was impossible not to hear. I even left it because I just couldn't really hear anymore. The talk on besides me on the table, like they're just being so sarcastic and ironic about this whole, not only the woo thing, but like spirituality, about the energy, female, male energy. And some of the things they were saying were actually quite, quite good points. But some things were just coming with like this very intense and heavy energy of judgment. And that was the moment that was really kind of annoying me because it was just about someone completely judging something else without really noticing the amount of judgment, the amount of like how blind they were. Same thing like when I was talking with my friend, he was just so resistant towards so many things about spirituality, about all those like even astrology or other things that people will be like completely against it because it's not on science, it's not proven and everything. But I just find it interesting that instead of just not being like it's okay that he didn't really believe in it, but to be so resistant, he was resistant in the point of he was being mad and angry about people actually believing in it. And when it comes to that level of resistance, I always tell someone, please take a look at like within you. Why is it that it's just triggering you so much? Because if it's something that didn't matter, it would just be something like that you just ignore it and you're indifferent about it. But once it's something that is triggering so much, it might be actually like, not might be, okay, I'll be honest here. It is ego or mind or some other energy in the person that is actually resistant because it's afraid of dying. The ego is afraid of like discovering something new. The thing is like once we discover something that is like a kind of a belief, like something new that will totally crush a belief that you had before, it's pretty much as if your ego dies, or if it's like every single thing that you've ever believed in disappeared. So it's a whole new world. And that's why there is a lot of resistance sometimes, and there's a lot of like sarcasm between some things, but most of it, it's actually speaking way more about the person that is actually related to reacting that way than the topic itself. You know, like I'm not saying that like those topics are always used in the right way. I'm not here to say what is true, what is false. I do want to state that from my experience, we are here all kind of like experiencing such a different, unique aspect and like different perspectives and angles from the truth. So it's like we really need to see things from a holistic way, like from a very high overview, to really understand things in depth and in an overall way. But even when we see this, things are not absolute. They have, it's like really a prism. I don't know if that's the word, prism. Like there is like so many sides of it. It's just like so fractal, and so beautiful and so complex. And it's kind of a net, and we are all experiencing different things in different aspects. There's polarity. We are experiencing polarity. We're experiencing, many perspectives. So we can actually learn and expand, and kind of as well, kind of shine a light in the shadow as well. We all have those. And the more that people resisting to something, or they are projecting, or sometimes like even judging or talking about something, might really have something that is actually just a projection about themselves. And this is something that is really interesting. It's been triggering me like the past 2 days, observing this here, and I came to really meditate a lot about this. I'll talk later on. There's like some other topics, even like on how society, it's kind of like there's a lot of narcissists out there. How we are like in survival mode, how fear makes us like blind, how like limiting beliefs is getting us stuck. And in the end of the day, it's all about you. It's about you empowering yourself with your own inner light and wisdom. And that light and wisdom does not come from fear. It will not be reacted to fear. It will not be attached to scarcity. It knows, and it knows that it has everything inside. So when whatever it is that you need, you can connect, and like you can find the truth within. But for that to really know what is the truth for you, like what is it that you need in that moment, you also need to be very, very aware of how your mind might be playing tricks, or how your ego might be as well showing up in some forms, or how traumas from the past, or how projections, how influences, energies from people around you might be actually coming on the way for you to get actually the answers that you need. And that's why I always say, like, I think meditation is so important. It's so good. It's really good for us to like always realize like how much we can clean, release what is no longer serving us, release whatever it is that's not our energy, and reconnect, trust your gut, trust your intuition. Meeting someone, doing business with someone, do I trust this person, can I not trust them? And of course people do play very smartly, like sometimes, especially when they are very rational, they will be perfectly they will speak perfectly, so they really seem like they know their shit, when they actually don't. They're like just repeating something, but not necessarily connected with themselves, and not really experiencing that themselves. They're just saying something, but then once you actually meet them, it's totally different. And I'm definitely someone that has already kind of lost myself a lot in people like this, because I just want to really trust, and I'll go for the connection and like seeing the light in people. And and it is a good reminder to actually always reevaluate. When I say, for example, about, like I was saying to my friend yesterday, it was like, look, it's not because you don't believe that it doesn't exist, right? Like, so when people don't believe in something, they might be limiting their worldview. They might be limiting the world to just like a little piece of it, because they cannot see the rest. They are blind towards the rest. But if you allow yourself to actually see and explore, is this true? Maybe I don't know, but it might be true. You'll at least open up, like, to see possibilities, to see the truth, to actually understand and see if it resonates within you. And this resistance about saying so sure, no, it might be really something, or But of course, there are some things that might be really too much, and then you can actually feel as well. Like when a guru is saying something that it just doesn't resonate. It's not that they are bad, or maybe that's the truth for them, but it might not resonate with you. But it's good to have that double check inside and with your own gut to really tell you if it is or not for you, that lesson or that information. It's a very complex topic, and we can have discussions about it and go hours with examples and everything, but I don't want to overwhelm anyone, and it's just a little tipping toe in this water, but it is just my shout out there, so you can actually evaluate how you're living your life, how you're creating your beliefs, how much you listen about the world, how much you criticize or judge, if that's a projection of you, if it's not. Because to be honest, judgment, it's something that is not for us to do, honestly. I mean, of course, there's some things that are pretty clear, like ethically, like it should not be done or do. But in the end of the day, we don't know why someone did something, what is their experience behind it. We only know what we can take. All that we know, it's our own view. So that is talking just about us. And in that sense, it's just about working on yourself, working on that resonated to you, and let the other person be. So this is a little bit like my message for today. Just wanted to be real. Just some things that I've been thinking a lot. I've been meditating a lot and observing a lot of those energies around here. So yeah, just connect with yourself. Your inner light knows your wisdom. There's space for all in this world. There's like no necessity of competition or fear or keep judging or putting someone down or something else down because maybe it's a survival mode, and those things that it's better to look within and actually do something about it. So yeah, I think that's my message for today. It's done, so that's why I didn't really want to put all editing. It's pretty raw, it's real, and you can see me speaking about it. And later on, I hope I can have the guts to actually say even more about all my woo-woo experiences as well. And if you actually have experiences about it, share with me. I think mindfulness, bringing consciousness to the world is really important for us to meditate, to connect with ourselves, to connect with our business, to connect with the world in a different level. That is not only the physical level, it's very important. So I hope you like this topic. Let me know if you actually like this topic. I can talk more about energy if you guys want. And that's it. Let me know what you thought on the comments. Like this video if you like it, and definitely subscribe to the channel so you can continue hearing a bunch more of insights and thoughts and experiences, and I'll be sharing here with you throughout this journey. And as soon as I learn something, I'll just be sharing as well.